Hello boys, my name is Coolyoshi and welcome back to my 100% walkthrough of Skyward Sword HD for Nintendo Switch. In the last episode, we completed the Vanyu mining facility, which was arguably our hardest dungeon yet. In fact, it's probably my least favorite dungeon now, or become my least favorite dungeon, just because of how long it takes to complete all the puzzles effectively. So, for our first little bit, though, we are in the sky, and we still have a couple of things to unlock, not gonna lie. But we have an extra heart container now, so things will be a little bit easier. In addition, it'll also not be as bad. Now, we did have a counter with a really hard boss fight, so I'll probably have to learn that a bit more. Thankfully, the next one surely won't be as bad as this one. And in case you're wondering, the reason why I called that a bad boss fight is I like also checking to see if we go down into a fight. Oh, speaking of which, Goose is here. Yoshi, help! And Goose is here for some reason. But yes, we have to go to the sealed grounds. The last time we did a boss fight, though, it was bad. Ugh. Rough landing. I think I might have broken something. Hey, Yoshi, seriously, did anybody ever teach you to land without dash? Whoa! It's tiny birds. What are they? And what is that thing? But how? Why? What? Where am I? What's going on? Ever since Zelda Balance, you've been zipping in and out of town all in a hurry, so I figured I'd tail you and you might lead me to Zelda. This is so weird. Seriously, what is that thing over there? What's with all these cheese? There are so many. Just give it to me straight. I can take it. Where are we? Is Zelda here? What's the deal with this place? If there's supposed to be nothing below the clouds, what's all this? And Link explains to him in sign language again. So yeah, we have to do stuff in the sealed grounds. But about that boss battle, I figure anything where I have a bad boss fight by like running out all my main health is really bad in my opinion, because you're expected to do these without healing items if you're doing a speed run. Well, you're some kind of imploding my mind right now, but I think I get what you're saying. If I got this right, Zelda's down here somewhere and she's okay? She's okay? Oh wow, that's so great. Duh. Hearing that is such a huge weight off my mind. Alright. We still have to do this. You know, Yoshi, it's sort of all right down here. The Saints needs a name. Yeah, a name fitting for this rugged adventure at Rilla's. From now on, we'll call it Nooseland. Yeah, don't think Link agrees with that. So let me see if I got this right. The old lady living in a temple down from the road here knows where Zelda is. Yoshi, thanks for getting me out of here. You've done a good job. You can head home. Big Goose will handle the search from Zelda for here. Chat her down, save her, and then give her a lift back to Skyloft. Get back, I'll ask her if she wants to make our whole going out thing official, and then the two of us will get some quality time together. The point is, your work here is done. I got it covered from here. Now it's off to find that old lady you were talking about. Achio Yoshi. Good. I just had to do that, by the way. Just sneak in that blue bird feather. And yes, in case you know, that's how you're supposed to catch a bird. Sneak up and then do a quick hoop of your net to catch it. By the way, in one of our other videos, we did upgrade the bug net quite a bit. Huh, you gotta be kidding me, Granny. But anyways, now we're in the Seal Temple. See with me, say it again, I dare you. I only speak the truth. You are not the one who will save her. The spirit made in your Zelda can only be saved by another. It's been his fate to do his thing, and in doing so, save us. Yes, it was decided long before you were brought crying into this world. Shut it, Granny. Obviously you don't know me well, because if you did, you'd know that if anyone's gonna save Zelda, it's Goose. How could it not be me? Plus, if it ain't me, why would I even be here? If I'm not up to the job of being the hero, just who is? Huh? Well, it's actually me. Oh, now I get ya, Yoshi. Annie here has been trying to tell me you're going to be the big hero rescue Zelda. What a joke. All I've heard so far is a bunch of babbling about Destiny, but that's a little garbage. No, you and you're no hero, Shrimp. Ugh. He just runs away. Means, Yoshi, were you able to catch up with Zelda? I see, so the Guardian was there as well, was she? The one you saw by Zelda's side is known as Impa. She's being sent forth by the goddess to aid Zelda in her quest. The two have traveled somewhere in order to accomplish the great task Destiny is set before them. However, now that Impa has destroyed the gate that they used, there's one way off to find them. You must make use of the harp given to you by Zelda. Tell you, Yoshi, have you attempted to play the harp that you received? My sense is you have not yet familiarized yourself with it. Should teach you how to play it. Listen well and do as I say. First press X to ready your harp. Now try strumming. Slow the strums so that they match my hands. Oh, we have to match the swaying of the braid. Good, you learn fast. Now for your next lesson. Focus in playing time with the pulsing of the circle of life. When your time is right, I shall join my voice to your heart. Listen well, for the song I sing will be of great help in your journey. During the Ballad of the Goddess is a mysterious melody that has been passed down from ancient times. Ooh. And this also causes a mysterious gate to unfold, which is where we'll actually be able to open up the secondary gate of time. The harp you hold is known as the Goddess Heart. It's a divine instrument of the goddess who once watched over the land. The melodies it brings to life have the power to produce a variety of strange and otherworldly effects. The great slab standing before you is known as a Gate of Time. It's the last of its kind in existence, the only pearl binding our world to the one where Zelda now resides. If you manage to open the gate and pass through, you'll likely end up in the same place as Zelda. You need to endure many hardships and put yourself in great danger to awaken the gate from its dormant state. Though your journey will put you in harm's way, Yoshi, you must endure. It's the fate as the chosen hero of the goddess. Oh, interruption. Oh boy. This shaky, I fear seal has been broken. I accepted that we had to use a gate, but I never imagined the seal would break so quickly. Yoshi, there will be time to explain later. Right now, you must hurry to the bottom of the pit outside. So this is where we finally get to face that beast that I was talking about for so long, and if you remember our Hyrule Warriors playthrough, you'll know exactly what this guy is, and his first fight is pretty similar to that, but the second and third fights are a little bit different. They do have some interesting mechanics. Those ones are pretty tricky. The first one is not really that bad. It's actually pretty straightforward for the most part. Whoa, what's with all the shaking? The whole ground is heaving. I thought it was supposed to be solid down here. Oh, quickly, Yoshi. Check on a ceiling spike at the center of the pit. There is nothing natural about these showers. That monster could free itself at any moment. Approach the pit with caution. What do I want? Nothing that does bad stuff. In fact, maybe just that. Because not the Blazer or whatever doesn't really work well with any items. We're just using our sword here and shield, and that's about it. Well, here we go. This is the Imprisoned. And yes, I don't have a shield because I don't want to use one right now. So yeah. Remember this guy? Yeah, he's back now. This is actually the game he was initially in. I knew it, the seal has given way. I'll explain right up, but now's the time for action. We must keep that beast from escaping that pit. It's not reach the temple. The first part of it is pretty straightforward. You have to... It's pretty much exactly like it was in Hyrule Warriors. You have to first hit his toes until they all destroy themselves. And then you have to up slash from down to up multiple times. From which he'll then turn himself to his tail and try and chase you up. You can avoid him by simply moving up to the next level, and eventually he will stop and reveal his toes again. From which we'll then have to repeat this until he dies. Now there is a slightly faster way to do that, which I will be trying to attempt. But it's not really safe. And there you kind of saw it. If you spin at the right time, you can actually hit multiple toes at once. I'm not sure what strategy is better, but all I do know is it's easiest to just do other stuff. Now, if you get near him, he will try and stop you with his other toe attacks, but again, it's pretty straightforward to deal with. This is where... Now, because you have to slash up, sometimes you'll do the super or special up-down attack instead, and if you do that, then you could potentially tire yourself out, which could be bad. I'm gonna move to the right if... Oh, okay, that'll work. Now, the third time's the only time he can truly do damage, because now, all of a sudden, he starts also creating a shockwave. Before, he didn't do this at first, but now he does. The only way to dodge the shockwave is to backflip at the exact time that it hits, and the backflip is not easy to do. So, this is where you'll probably take a lot of damage. Now, doing his back toes is not bad once you know what to do. But doing all the other toes, that's when it gets tricky. However, if you do take out one toe, which I just did, then He seems to move a bit slower. That's your way you're supposed to defeat him. Beyond that, it's actually kind of difficult to hit the toes on the third phase, but that's the only time you really take any damage. Then 3 more up slashes, and he is now dead. Or sealed back, I guess, since he doesn't actually die in any of these, he just gets sealed back. So we are sealing him back simply, or defeating him, not killing him. There will be time to kill him later. But anyways, we've defeated Imprisoned 1. We probably will see him again. In fact, we will. He definitely gets more annoying the later times around, because that's when he could potentially get really annoying. The first time is not that bad, though. In fact, it's more or less another one of the easier fights. Harder than Scaldera, but definitely easier than that Scorpion was. I think that... I should have told you, I actually think that Scorpion is probably harder than Giriam. Because when you know what you're doing... Yoshi! Start the sealing spike with the Skyward sight and restore the seal quickly. Oh yeah, and that's right. I almost forgot. We have to restore the seal. That's an ongoing problem I've been having. Not doing stuff. And now we have to... Okay, that's simple enough to do. And now he is back in here. Fortunately, it does not give extra heart container like the other bosses do. Oh. Nice going, Yoshi. Okay. Though the Imprisoned had only just begun to awaken and breaking its spawns, I'm impressed you were able to restore the seal, keeping it captive. Gee, you've only succeeded in buying us a little more time in which to act. The behemoth you beat back into the confinement is a horror of unspeakable power. By what I saw, I would not be surprised if the seal gave way again soon. So you are left but precious little time to complete the task with which you have been entrusted. Return to the sealed temple, Yoshi. There is much to discuss. Which we have to go up to the top. Like, oh, we've only just begun, and most of this IO's just been cutscenes that just further proves how long some of them are. As you can see, the gate is nothing more than a slab of cold stone for now. It is sleeping. Ozzy for his slumber would require great power. Yes, I believe a shot of holy light from his Skyward sight just might do it. Sorry to disappoint you, boy, but for now you still have the power necessary to awaken the gate. First, you and your sword must go together. Ooh. Fair Woods, Elden Volcano, Lanyo Desert. A secret flame is hidden somewhere in each of these lands. Seek them out and purify your sword in your heat. Till your blade has been tempered by these free fires, will it be fully imbued with the great power which you search. Who's to find the sacred flames have been woven into the lyrics of a song precious to your people, the Ballad of the Goddess. Clues are your best hope of finding your way to the flames. Return to Skyloft. Somewhere on the island is knowledge of this own town will point you in the right direction. Okay. Goose is still angry at us. I ain't even saying this, but I guess you got it all figured out, Granny. Meanwhile, there's nothing I can do to help Zelda. I'm useless. You'll get his thing. You sell yourself short, my friend. You see in time that you'll have your own way to, well, to play in all this. And he goes out. For anything else. Yoshi, go now. Trust in fate to guide your feet. Your mission depends on it, as does Zelda's fate. Alright. Oh, and there's another cutscene out here still. More and more cutscenes. Come on. I couldn't do a feint? I'm totally useless. We can't help them anywhere, by the way. We just have to leave him. Where's our, item? Oh. Okay, all of that was actually for nothing. It looks like we have to go back here. I thought I remember there being some way to reach that one save point again, but I guess that's not the case. The Ballad of the Goddess. Based on my predictions, this is likely a song Zelda sang on the day of the wing ceremony. I calculate 85% probability that someone associated with the county will be able to provide additional information about the song. I was thinking the same thing, Fi. So that's what she was lying to tell me about, was that. Go on, I found some. But these butterflies respond to beautiful tones are swarming all over the place. This has to be the right spot. Could be a problem. I cannot carry a tune. I cannot create beautiful tones if wild animals threaten to blow me down a hill. What can we do? So if you strum your harp when you're near butterflies, a mysterious thing appears. That is it. Now the talking statues the ancient text tells up. There's just no mistaking it. So yeah. The gossip stones are back as well. Now this is where things are gonna get a little bit wacky because us doing this specific quest or even continue it during a certain point causes a multitude of side quests to suddenly appear, but the first and more important one we're going to take care of is in Sailcloth. So we're gonna head there so we can check out the storyline, so that way when we do head back, there are other items. In fact, now that I think of it, there are goddess chests we can't even open. So yeah. As for rupees, if I haven't been buying a lot of stuff, don't worry, because pretty soon we might get some more stuff. We have a lot of rupees, but it's not enough for what I want, which is going to be our first extra heart besides our items. That's not my Iris House. This is one that I've never been in it, isn't it? Yeah, see, now it appears. Nope. Not the right one. Actually, since I've already gone into Laura's house, I can just look for it manually. Oh, it is Pippin's house, and it's all the way on the other side, of course. That's it. So we go into Pippin's house with this thing up. Then Malara will give us a quest. Hey Yoshi, welcome. So here's the thing, Yoshi. My house is terribly dirty. So he's telling me to do some dusty out here, but I can't just bring myself to it. That's why I wanted to ask if you wouldn't mind cleaning it for me. I'll even pay you, Yoshi. You will? Great. I knew you wouldn't leave me to sit in this dusty house, Yoshi. It's that, a broom? You know, I don't remember where I keep that crazy thing. Oh, if we ever will on. Maybe you can blow the dust away or something like that. Don't really care or how you get the job done. I just want you to blow it all away from me. So I'll leave you to it then. So just like Aiki asked, we have to get all of it done. We can clear out lots of stuff. We have to clear out the mirrors, we have to clear off the side areas, we have to clear off the bed, we have to clear off a lot of stuff here. It's not just the floor that needs to be cleared off, there's lots of elements and other stuff, and even the windows, yeah. No house is more dusty than Pippin's house, apparently. If only Pippin would do it for him. Actually, he does do that. And by the way, Marla doesn't mind. Hi, Yoshi, are you still working on cleaning place? Or are you done for today? Almost. I don't know what triggered that, but... Alright. Every tiny little bit has to be cleared off. Oh, there was a window. Oh my, there's no more dust in my home. Thank you, Yoshi. You brighten my day. Come over here and let me pay you. I tell you what, I know how you feel. I quit that. Alright. Thank you so much, Yoshi. I almost sparkling clear again. It feels so much better when the place isn't a blanket of dust. This gets us our next item, which is more gratitude crystals. And she tells me that there's a run. If the space gets dusty, I might need you to come back and tie up for me, but I'll pay you again, okay? One more thing, don't tell Pippin about this. He'll only get angry at me for spending money on something he thinks I should be doing myself. You can keep it a secret, right? That doesn't really, that isn't really something we can ignore. In fact, we'll probably end up triggering that cutscene for that, because there's a cutscene for that we might trigger on accident. So, in case you didn't know, now that we've gotten 30 crystals, we can go back and get our next wallet upgrade from the demon Beatrice. We can go back to him, and he'll also give us another item in addition to that. Oh, you got quite a lot of gratitude crystals, haven't you? How am I set? Now we can hold it to 1,000 years. You made me such magnificent progress gathering gratitude crystals. And there's a chest there. If we go over it... No, I beg you, stop. That chest is not to be opened under any circumstance. There's something out of sequel aside, I must say. I said no. The chest contains the infamous evil dreaded cursed medallion. If you carry that medal with you, you'll find more of a piece to ever fall. Better chances of discovering Chester. Yo, just don't make me say it. What? It's worse, far worse. Any poor soul who owes that medal will find himself unable to open his palace. No matter how bad you want to use your official shields, they'll be denied to you. Can you imagine a more gruesome fate? Shiny fought the chest out of mine forever. You must never think it again. And what are we gonna do? Yeah, it's required for 100%, so of course we have to get it. So we get a very interesting looking medallion. With this, rupee and treasures will appear often, but it carries a curse that prevents your pouch from opening with an eek. But it was full! So it gets sent to the item check anyway. So the hint for how you actually get rid of it is in the item check itself. It's actually pretty straightforward. If you want your pouch items back, you have to go to the item check and miss whatever her name is, the item check girl, will then remove it for you if you do happen to get that in your wallet. Oh, and also we will now be able to hold up to 1,000 more rupees than we did before, so it definitely makes this a lot easier. Fortunately, there's not a lot we can do in this first part, because there's still lots of other things that have to be done before we can do anything. In fact, the next video even will be doing a lot of side quests after this, but first we need to make sure that we go to the Knight Academy so we can find someone who actually knows something about this. Or more specifically, we have to go to the oldest person in here, the headmaster Gapura. Either that or his instructor. Because this is the guy we spoke to at the beginning of the game. Ah, Kyoshi, good to see you're still in one piece. So how's it going down there? Are you any closer to finding my Zelda? I see. My dear Zelda, things must be terribly trying for her down there. And it can't be easy for you now either, can it? What? Want to know the lyrics to the song Zelda sang on the day of the wind ceremony? You know, I'm not much of a singer. You just want the lyrics? Oh, what a relief. You really put me on the spot there for a while. I believe the lyrics go something like this. You've guided by the servant of the Yes. Unite earth and sky and bring light to the land. That's the first part, as I recall, is the second verse of the song. You've showed the two sailors the way to the light tower, and before you a path shall open, and a heavenly song you shall hear. I believe that's the whole thing. The light tower mentioned in the song is a real place. I'm sure you've seen the tower in the plaza. I don't know a thing about the two whirling sails, though. Well, sounds like the song is suggesting that if one of these whirling sails were to sail asking that if one unshows these whirling sails the way to the tower, something will happen. How do you do about that? What does that mean, two whirling sails? That's basically referencing the windmills in this area. I forget, I think you might be able to do something with the other instructors, though. Okay, no, he doesn't have a bubble over his head. If they don't have a bubble over their head, they won't actually tell you anything. I like how when you are trying to go for side quest or anything, anybody with a bubble over their head means they have a quest. The simple way to deal with this is actually pretty straightforward. We first just have to walk to where we believe the first towers or whatever to be, where the windmills are, which are located in opposite sides of the map here. First one is located right here, which does have a rail, and if we spin it, it'll reveal a specific secret here. We went way too far, obviously. We need to spin it until it flashes normally. Part of that was me not thinking it would stop immediately, but it doesn't do that, apparently. Okay. Alright, there we go. It stopped on the right fade. Oh, here it is. Here's the text I mentioned. I knew I would do that at least once. Now this guy's gonna call a jerk. Watch your step. Haven't you taught you at the academy that Knight's facility's vigilant? Sharpen up or you'll never make it to knighthood. He still thinks I am not a knight, but I already am a knight. I find that quite interesting. That's a pretty long animation, because you have to watch the entire thing every time you fall off, so... Well, you do try not to fall off of Skyloft. Bad things happen. I was gonna show that off at least once, but I didn't want to, like, force it. I wanted to wait, because it probably would happen at least once. And when it does happen, it almost seems like you're not really trying to fall off. You just literally move the wrong way somehow. Ooh. Thank you so much for tracking down Coolyoshi. It's such a good day too. On a day like today, there's nothing I love more than to head over to the Lemhi Pumpkin. The life asked me to fix the cupboard, so I'm not going anywhere. Hey! What's up, Yoshi? Oh. I'm curious about that windmill, eh? Start to silence, say, see if you can turn the windmill so that it can always catch the wind no matter which way it's blowing. Well, there used to be this little propeller attached to the windmill so you could turn it. It flew off ages ago. It must have dropped down off the edge beneath the clouds. The windmill's been uselessly sitting there ever since. I always suggest you retrieve the windmill propeller from the land to reorient the windmill. You want to know if I could fix the windmill if you brought back the propeller? Well, if I had the propeller, I could probably rig something together to get it back on there, sure. How would you even go looking for the propeller in the first place? When somebody flies through the clouds, it's gone for good. Hang on. Come to think of it, Gunner at the SotH told me that his family once used a flying robot to haul back junk back from beneath the clouds, but we'll talk you about a tale that's been passed down a lot of years, so I wouldn't put much stock in it. Of course, that means we have to go back to the bazaar next. It's also where we'll try and get some upgrades. Now keep in mind, not all of our items can actually be upgraded, only some of them are upgradable. That was actually perfect there, because I was able to get stuff there. Hey kid, what's up? You look like you need to get something off your chest. I think I know what it is. You have figured to ask me, right? Yeah. Huh? It's about this old robot that my grandpa used to tinker around with. He probably just came here to make fun of the crazy junk guy for believing his grandpa's stupid stories, right? Well, get in line. I've heard it before. Right, that's not why you're here? You say you need to pick up something below the clouds with this robot? Do you know what that means? That means you believe my grandpa's stories too, don't you? Let me hear someone else believes me, but I don't think I can help you. Well, you see, simple robot, what's it called again? Oh, hey, that's what I remember. His name is Sapper. Be much to look at these days, but he was an amazing robot once. When you called him, he would go anywhere and haul anything. Sadly, as you can see now, he's just another busted old hunk of junk. Did tell me this. You can get him working again with the extract from an ancient flower. It's like, well, it's this guy, but I've never even heard much of it, less any such thing. Well, take mine. I have one. You have one? Are you kidding me? That's amazing. This is an ancient flower. I feel some slick, dirty stuff out of its stem. Great. With this, we can fix Trapper. Wait right here. I'll have him up and running in no time. Phew. There you go. There he is. Thank you. I got a full tank of energy. I'm ready to carry anything. Who is this green-clad individual of Saul's stature? Well, can you believe it? I guess it really did fix him. This kid gave me the materials I needed to fix you. Go on, say thank you. Are you sure it was him? Well then, I extend my reluctant thanks to you in a gesture of obligatory gratitude. Hey now, watch it. That's no way to talk to someone who saved just your life. Anyways, this kid wants you to haul some stuff around and you're gonna help him. This individual may have restored my operations, but I'm not inclined to offer assistance. That is very little my chest priority. Master Yoshi, materials from the windmill have yielded a single that you may search for with your dowsing ability. Use it to locate the fallen propeller. However, it will not be possible to carry the enemy of pounds and return it to your sky. Who are you? Foolish. Your name is Spy? Should I call you Mr. Spy? Are you looking for something, Mr. Spy? I understand. Of course, I'll carry anything regardless of weight or destination. Master, we now have the means to bring the propeller back to SotH. You may immediately begin your search for the windmill propeller. Mr. Shipmans, I offer assistance. I can now detect Mr. Spy through waves. Should you need me, ask Mr. Spy to call me and I'll arrive with haste. So how do you plan to recover all the stuff that's fallen beneath the crowds? You know, you could always ask the fortune teller there. He's kind of goofy when it comes to finding things. He's always right on the money. Alright. There's that cursed metal again, by the way. Alright. While we're here, we're gonna grab a new stab potion. Now that's an amazing concoction called stab potion. Drinking this will make your stab gauge decrease more slowly for a short time. It's a little pricey, but worth it. I'll sell it to you for 50 rupees. We're gonna get it. Thank you, so if you want a potion pack, go see my husband. I got some new things in stock. It's a mysterious shield called the Sacred Shield. I suggest you linger and give it a good look. As you get surprised for its name, it can handle all variety of attacks. Fire, not a threat. Electricity, no painful zaps. Plus, it will automatically repair itself when it sustains damage. Agile, but that shouldn't be a problem for you. One is talented and agile as yourself. At a cost of 5 rupees, it's an investment, but an extra one. That would actually get rid of all my rupees, so I think I'm gonna just ignore it. I'm gonna put this in so I can try and upgrade it. Though I probably won't actually need it. Alright. So how about another upgrade? I like how it has a different text when you do this. Okay, so now we can actually upgrade our other stuff if we want. We're gonna start with this one though, which will be the last time we have the best of the Iron Shield. Okay. This one is a bit more useful, so you could use it a bit more, but it's still kind of hard to upgrade it. And yeah, so you have to attain all items and their upgrades, as far as we know. Super strong metal makes this the toughest Iron Shield around. Okay. Other shot, no. This one I will upgrade. Okay. Alright. Alright. Almost have enough for that, too. Alright. Some of these upgrades we don't need to 100% the game, but it's preferred to get them all anyways, because one, I want to show you them all, and also it just makes it easier. Okay, we can get this as well for a price of 100, so that's one item maxed. One of these maxed, but there will be more to get as well later. Well done. Here you go. Okay, that's all the items we can upgrade right now. I've been hearing this weird rumor. I tell you, it even gives me a big mega creeps. Apparently after nightfall, people have been hearing a woman sobbing in the dormitory. I tell you, it gives even a big me the creeps. See what I mean? There's lots of side quests now. They all basically opened up by triggering that windmill thing and a couple of other stuff. It's just ridiculous how just a simple thing like that did something. But I was thinking I probably should actually do the thing properly, right? So let's go here. Oh, we're gonna get the bonk. Watch this. If you set up your bird in the right position, you can make him purposely bonk the edge of the side if you do that. It doesn't do any damage to him, it's just really funny. That's one of many, on probably only occasions in Sailcloth that you can get on your bird and then have it immediately bonk something. It's kind of funny. But anyways, if anybody remembers our other parts of the playthrough, the windmill propeller is actually located right here in Eldin. Because not getting it would cause me to not be able to really do anything at Eldin without triggering a cutscene, we're gonna go here and very quickly go to the temple entrance is the best spot to it. And then we basically have to use our memory to go back to where it is. Well, I guess we could go to it without triggering a cutscene. I just meant like it would be useful to do other stuff and... Oh, it's another one of those things. Get another, Gossip Stone. Not sure if we need to get all the Gossip Stones, but it's... I heard some of the Goddess Cubes unlock all sorts of treasure in their fall out to the sky. Some even hold a piece of art. Well, I think we already got a couple of those. Alright, so in here we can just walk down here and there it is. This is the windmill propeller you were searching for. It is now possible to retrieve this using a robot whose services we have listed. Would you like me to call them? Yes. I'll send word to the robot using telepathic transmission master. Alright. Mr. Sai, I hope you weren't waiting long. So you want me to carry this? Hey, Master Sharpant, you're in my way. I said get out of my way. Whoop. I'll be waiting for you in the sky, so don't take too long. Master, I suggest we also return to the sky and correct to the propeller as soon as possible. Alright, back to the sky we go. And yes, because you can recenter the controls whenever you want, the idea for this rerun involves basically doing it almost all the time because it makes ensuring that you have the right control a lot easier. Hey. Just barely made it. Okay, we just trigger a cutscene just by going into it, and that's because we're gonna just fly right here. Alright. Here's the windmill propeller. If you need me, feel free to call. For Mr. Spy, I'll travel to any destination. Oh, isn't that beat-up old robot for Gao's face? Wait just a second. Is that... That's the windmill propeller. That thing was supposed to have fallen down below the clouds. Are you saying the whole story handed down through Gano's family was actually true? Somehow I get the feeling this is all an elaborate prank, but I guess I'll try and fix this thing. This goes in here, and I just crank that a few clicks. Ew. That ought to do it. If you can find some way to spin the propeller, you can probably turn the windmill around. Honey! Honey! Oh no, I think I might have promised her why I fix our coupler. I swear that woman's always looking for somebody. See you around, Yoshi. Oh. I wanted to actually pull out this. Once you actually hit it on the right spot, it'll always turn, even if your gyro is not positioned properly, or pointer is positioned improperly. Once it gets decently close enough, that's when I'll stop it. There we go. That time we stopped it at the right time. And sure enough, secret area is revealed. With supposedly another Skyward Strike area. Before we end off the video, I will actually probably end off this video early. Because my main thing I wanted to do was get the cursed metal, but now I have that, we can get treasure a lot easier, so I'm gonna actually be using that to get a treasure, because you can combine that with the actual treasure medal itself, which will allow you to get tons of treasure overall. And our stamina potion will also come in handy, though it's not for us, it's actually for someone else entirely. Oh, I think I have to pull out this. That's weird. Oh, I think that's a tap. Let the sound of God's sound beneath a ray fall onto a piercing light. Okay, we have to do this. Oh, okay, just... I had to lock onto that, and that's what triggers this. And now Fi will help us sing the songs from now on. Okay. These are pretty easy when you know what to do. And yes, Zelda-san is playing again. Also known as Ballad of Goddess. So this flips the area around, which will then cause a light to shine. And as the thing mentioned, a piercing ray will now go through the clouds. This opens up a completely new area in the form of an actual needle. Or the needle, the owls or whatever. There are a lot more chests there, and that's where a lot of our chests actually are. Master, there's a high probability that the beam of light will lead us to clues as to the whereabouts of the three fames. I recommend that you investigate what lies at the very end of this beam of light. Makes sense. Oop. Oh, that was a good save. I nearly jumped off the side of this at the wrong time. That's usually where I fall down, by the way, in the wrong way, but we were able to save ourselves that time. Now, part of what makes this so important is we'll unlock access to a rupee grind later. That being said, I do still kind of want to farm rupees, so before I do that, I'll actually show you a way to farm rupees. It's not the best way, but to actually get this, I want to show this out before I do something. We have to go into the one who takes care of the gear, who in this case is Rupin. And you kind of see that big thing over there. That's what we need to see. So if we sleep in his bed and make it nighttime, then he will be in his little apartment area. And if you talk to him, hey, what do you need? Shopping. You want to do some shopping? Just come out to the shop tomorrow. And we're gonna say, so when you say, does that mean you don't have a good reason to be here? What, you think I'll be rough? You think I'm totally different during the day? Well, I get tired of having to be a Sally shopkeeper all day, alright? So just don't think that this is the real me. Anyway, enough about that. You're here to make some money at my night market, am I right? Oh, it's your first time here, is it? Oh well. Now is when I do my buying. You see, I buy treasure, but that's not to say I buy only odd thing. I only deal in specific types of treasure. Right, let's get on with it, shall we? Well, today I'm buying these treasures. Dust Relic, Ordnance Skull, Dale, and Goddess Boom. He'll always buy at least one of the rare treasures. Just these four, so what do you want to do? I'm going to sell. We're going to sell each. We want to choose whatever the rare treasure is, which is Goddess Boom. How many rupees can I offer for each god food? Does 100 seem fair? I see you're carrying 3 of those. I'm gonna do some farming, so I'm just gonna do all of them. Thanks, come back soon. So yes, you can get rid of treasures to get rupees, and if he doesn't have the treasure you want, which I don't really want to sell all the stuff to him, we will just do night again. He will then tell you that he's selling a different treasure, except it'll be a bit different. I'm gonna pick Evil Crystal this time. Oh, there's no rare ones. Okay. Each time you don't get the right treasure, and yes, it's random whether or not it appears, you can just sleep in the bed, and then you can get the items you want. Bluebird Feather is good. Okay. Ancient Flower is also not bad, but Bluebird Feather is really good. So we're... Let's see, I'm carrying 3. Let's just get rid of all of them. Nice. So yeah, this is how we essentially get our money up in this game. And we can get those treasures by just spamming the claw thing over and over again. Yeah. Now we are going to talk to the girl again. Since we did do that, that means we can talk to the item check girl. Or actually, I think it'll be easier to just save it for later. Oh yeah, wait, no, I do have to talk to her anyways to get the item that I want in my inventory to prepare for farming, so we will be talking to her and actually showing my setup. Oh hey, this is item check, but I bet you're here just to check me out, right? Well, don't make a habit of it, okay? Anyways, you need to grab something? Oh, okay, never mind. Nothing happened. That's awkward. Well... that was a bit weirder than I wanted it to be. Alright, let's do that. Okay. What I find really cool is Oh no, hey on a second, I see you're looking well these days. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you found the time to gather a whole variety of magnificent treasures. Come closer, if it's treasure you seek, Smith's still vision to find it for you. I like how he tells you that he'll do that too. That makes it a bit easier. This is my setup, by the way. You can still look at it even though you have the curse bow. And not a lot of people know this, but holding both of these makes treasures drop up at a more valuable rate much quicker. So it's essentially how you get your monster claws, your ordnance skulls, and all of that. And we still need a bunch of those, so we're gonna be doing that. But for now, I'm gonna end the episode. If you like it, you guys enjoyed, cut, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!